Hey, before we get too into this episode, I wanted to show you this I picked up the other day. This is actually a metal sign that you would get with your Mac toolbox. And this, on the back of it, has 3M tape. That you would peel this off and it would stick to like the inner lid of your toolbox. And this is Richard Petty from 1992 Mac Tools Incorporated. Never was mounted, never had anything done to it. So I'm going to frame this up and put it on my office wall. But I thought that was pretty dang cool. All right, let's get back to this episode.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to the channel. And welcome back to another episode. I think we're on like 13 or 14 in a row now, which is amazing. But anyway, on this episode, I'm going to answer a couple questions about some of the other cars in the shop. Some of you guys have been leaving that in the comments, so I'll address that real quick. But mainly in this episode, we've got some new makeup for Miss Mable. So we're going to go ahead and get her spiffied up for the power tour. And then I had forgotten until the girls and I were talking a while ago. We never did clean the trunk out in that car. So it's full of straw and Lord knows what was all back there. I cannot remember if I'm being honest. So we've got to get that cleaned out. So when we're ready to pack, we're ready to go. So anyway, let me go ahead and address some of these questions. Yes, we did have Homer up at an event the other day. It wasn't an event, it was like a fundraiser to help out the Mashburn family. And some of you seen the video, was kind of confused what was going on. And yes, Homer absolutely killed it. Got them tires off. He's actually still sitting on his rims. We've got to get his tires put back on and new burnout tires for New England. But he will be sitting there for roughly the next month. As far as with the 2000 Camaro, yes, we did get this done, got the brakes done, and I took this thing out and absolutely ripped this thing apart out on the road. We was doing donuts and burnouts and launches and all kinds of jazz, and then I caught it on fire. So we've got to get in here. I know I absolutely shredded the alternator and all kinds of jazz, which I'm not really sure if that stock alternator can handle what's in this car anymore. We'll get on this when we get on it. It's going to be soon, but this thing is nasty. And then as far as hot mess, all her stuff should be here within the next day or so. And I've got to find room for all that. And it's a lot, is what I'm saying. Essentially, it's just a car in about 20 boxes. But we'll get back on her soon. But for right now, we've got to get Miss Mable, get her some, some makeup on, make her prettier up with some BRG stuff. So let's get to doing that real quick. And then we got to get that trunk cleaned out and get it ready to go. So we can come see some of you fine people on the power tour. So that's enough yakking. This is Buster Radio Garage. Let's get after it. Okay, I'm sure some of you are wondering why I'm putting stickers on this car. I'm going to put them on the glass only. I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm not going to put anything on the paint. And to be honest with you, they're just for the power tour. When we get back, these are going to get taken back off and thrown in the trash. But we just got your simple Buster Radio Garage with the little play button, and we done them in the goldish brown to kind of go with Miss Mable. And then, as you guys know, TNF signs up in Maysville, Kentucky, they're huge. I mean, I'm not taking away from anybody else, but all our sponsors in support of this channel are massive. They do all kinds of stuff for us behind the scenes and in the scenes, if that makes sense. So I want to thank everybody in the TNF Signs organization. Thank you for these stickers. And let's get these on the car. Now, generally what I do, regardless of the length or the width of these, you've seen me do before, I just fold them in half. Try not to crease up the stickers too bad. There, we got roughly our halfway point, which is going to be right here on this L. So again, they don't have to be perfect. They're just for the power tour. So I'm going to take that L and line it up somewhere roughly-ish close to the center of that windshield. And we're going to slap this on real quick. So let me find some glass cleaner and some rags. We'll kind of, move some of this dust around and we'll get this first sticker on. All right, I found this rag on the floor and then, about a half a can of glass cleaner. So we'll just kind of juice this up a little bit. Once I get all these on, we'll get the car all washed and cleaned proper. So she's all pretty for the power tour. I mean, that's almost too clean for what we drive, but it'll work. Big old fat belly. Cannot get over this stuff. Okay, now how I do the windshields as far as center goes is always the rear view mirror. That's what I've always used for my center point because generally it is super close to being center of the windshield. So we're gonna line that L up with that rear view mirror mount, and then we're just gonna slap this thing on there. So let's get to putting the sticker on. Okay, now for me, this is what I do. It may not work for everybody, but what all I've got here is a little bit of dish liquid, and I'll put a little bit on the windshield, like so. And what this allows me to do is it allows me to peel that entire sticker, get it on here, and move it around a little bit to get it where I want it, and then we'll squeegee all of this out from underneath the sticker, take a heat gun, and boom, it's on there. Let's see if we can get this sticker loose. Hopefully I got you all in here with me. Well, come on. Hopefully I can get all this off there for that dish soap dries. Well, are you gonna come off there or not? It's wanting to give me problems here. Alrighty then. So now what you do without trying to get this stuck to itself, is I'm just gonna stick it up here on this windshield. Don't worry, it's just dish soap, it's not gonna hurt the car. Alright, there we go. So we'll just kind of this up on here. So now see how free we can move this around. We'll find us a nice good spot for it. It looks like I'm gonna be just about right. Man, that is tighter than 2 coats of paint. I think that's gonna be perfect. Again, it doesn't have to be spot on because we're gonna be peeling it off when we get back home, but it works. So now when I was talking about squeegee, what I generally just use is my bank card. You don't want to break it, but you know. So we'll squeegee all this out. Now what you want to do here is try to do this without moving the sticker. You want the sticker to stay, obviously. At the end of the day, you have a clean windshield too, which makes it nice. Well, you gonna stay there or not? All right, let me get the heat gun, and we'll heat that up, dry that soap up real quick, and then we'll be able to peel this off here. All right, now I want to exercise some caution here because I do not, and I repeat, do not want to heat up this vinyl top. So we'll just be super careful. Right now, we're just trying to work out all these soap from underneath the decal itself. The paper, we're really not too worried about. All right, there's halfway. Don't look too bad for a halfway blind guy. All right, let's see if we can get this garage up here. Boom, there we go, guys. Just like downtown. So it just kind of lets everybody know who we are while we're down there running around. So anyway, we'll go ahead and do the back window the same, and we'll kind of go from there. All right, let's get this one off here. Like peeling a Band-Aid. Oop, my S and my T about came loose. It's all right. Boom. I think I got a little, oh, I come right out. Oh, got one of them R. Sweet. Good deal. So you'll be able to see that up in behind us. Now right here, like I said, TNF Signs is one of our huge supporters. We're gonna put them a sticker right there. So, all right, guys, like I said, we've got to see what's in this trunk and get it cleaned out so we can keep our goodies in here during the trip. Phew, something stinks. Yeah, that's not just, it's musty. So I think what we're gonna do is, well, here I know what we're gonna do. We're not gonna keep any of these floor mats in here. So those we'll just set back here out of the way for now. So when we do put Mable away in storage, we'll have those cleaned and put back in there. We don't need the battery cover for this trip. Set that over there. The jack, I don't know if I want to take that factory jack or not. I could actually take one. And this cover, I don't know. Let's see. I guess we could leave it. It's not going to hurt anything if we do. The factory jack and all this. Oh, score. I was wondering if they saved these. You guys know, if any of you F-body people out there know how hard it is to find these when you buy a car. I have them for every car I have, but man, if you can keep onto these, I keep them in my ashtrays. I never ride them on the seat belts. But that there is a find. Hopefully the other one's in here. So we'll just set that down here. Boy, it'd be sweet if that other one's in here. Boy, this thing smells like mouse doo-doo bad. Or it's just that hay. I'm not going to take this jack. We'll take a jack with us. And then, you know what? I guess I could put it back. It's not going to hurt nothing. Well, let's just get it out of here for now. All right. Don't need this right now. Let's get a collection going over there. All right. I don't want to reach down into something living in here. I think it's just this straw or this hay that's in here that's creating that smell. But I know the girls too, they're not going to want their stuff stanking. We'll set all that over there. All right, let's see. Yeah, this thing's just, it's roached, this cover. When we go up to Norwalk this year, we'll buy a new one. Sorry, this camera's jiggling everywhere. I'm just kind of looking as we go. But they sell these covers up at Norwalk. We'll just get a new one while we're up there. So I think what I'm going to do real quick is set you up, and I'm just going to vacuum all this out. We'll put a blanket or something in here. I've got a bunch of moving blankets over there. And then we can set all our stuff on that and for the trip. Because we're only going to take like one small thing of tools, jump box, and our clothes. That's going to be about it. That spare tire will be fine if we need it. If not, we'll buy a set of tires. That's what I'm saying. So let's get this cleaned up real quick. I went up to the house and got Kathy's vacuum, so it's our little secret. Well, who wraps this stuff up? It's nice. All right. I gotta find one of my 6,000 plugins here. One's way over here. Of course, I get caught on an engine stand. Freaking hay everywhere, or straw. You would think you would just be inviting the mice in here, putting that in here. Like, you know, we got a room for rent. All right, guys, I'm just gonna call that good enough. I'm gonna leave this open to air out tonight. And we'll put a moving blanket or something down in here to set all our stuff on for the trip. But I'll get a new mat when we go up to Norwalk this year. Or maybe I'll just order one offline. It's hard telling. Or maybe even you watching has one for sale. BustedRadioGarage@gmail.com. But I'm probably going to have to take this light out. Yeah, and that thing's smoking hot. So, let's see. I can't remember if he's unplugged or not. That's all right. I'll just recharge the battery. So, yeah, so we got our decals on, which is cool. We got the car all cleaned out inside, which, as you've seen from the video, wasn't dirty to begin with. We got everything on the engine check, so we're good there. Looks like we're getting a low tire, so we'll throw some air in it. We got our decals on the front, so we just got to pack through our crap in here. And we're ready for the power tour. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. I love the tour. Get old Miss Mable a long hauler plaque. That's going to be sweet. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you watching. You can see the shop is absolutely wrecked. Trans Am is absolutely everywhere, and that's going to continue to get worse as parts get here. Homer will see you in New England. The RT's just going to stay there and take a nap. Well, that made me dizzy. I don't know about you. And then we'll get the Camaro back on the road here shortly. So I guess tomorrow, same time, same place, we'll see you. I appreciate you watching. Thank you very much. BRG out.